Zero waste is an emerging culture. Zero waste is a behaviour.
Me living zero waste means that I don't make any trash and I don't send anything to landfill.
Restaurateur Douglas McMaster and American zero-waste lifestylist Lauren Singer both say that in order to lead a zero-waste lifestyle, all you need is a bit of imagination. If you just look up zero waste on any social media, you'll find tips and tricks and a ton of suggestions of how to lead that zero-waste metropolitan lifestyle. No longer a worthy concept, millennials are embracing zero-waste lifestyles in metropolitan societies, proving you can live a fun and fulfilled lifestyle without the waste.
My goal has always been, and I think will always be, trying to impact positive environmental change. And so this blog has kind of provided me a means to do that.
What we do here is very unique. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that brings together all of the disciplines that we do. We mill flour here, we churn butter, we roll oats, we brew all our own drinks, and everything's created on site, which began as something to avoid packaging, to sort of lead the way, to set an example, and just to start the conversation.
When I go grocery shopping, instead of going to the store and bringing nothing with me, I'll go prepared. And I'll bring things like mason jars and organic cotton bags to fill up with bulk items. And I'll use the mason jars to fill up with liquid items like olive oil, all package free. And so I don't have to make any waste. And then once a week, I'll go to the farmer's market and I'll buy all of the produce and fresh things that I need. And that's totally allowed me to shop without any packaging or without creating any waste at all. So I love the store and they have a bunch of produce, but typically I don't buy my produce from this store. I buy it from the farmer's market because grocery stores typically have produce stickers, which are made of plastic, and so they're not compostable and they're not really sustainable. And so people think they're necessary, but they're not. This is conditioner that I bought, and I buy it in bulk, so I'll bring my own mason jar and refill it. There's a really great app that you can go onto. It's called the Bulk Locator app, and you can basically just put in your zip code and it'll show you stores that are in your location that have bulk products or bulk offerings. So a lot of the time people say, oh, you know, where I live, there's no bulk stores, there's no organic or natural stores. And you know, sometimes that might be true, but there are other options. So there's specialty food stores, or there's international food stores, or there's farmers markets that people might not even know about because they're not tapped into that community. For as long as I can remember, I've been shopping secondhand, so all of the clothes that I wear are secondhand. I try to just reuse what's already in the waste stream, so clothes that are already produced. If there's already something that's produced and it's usable, then I'd prefer to wear that instead of creating a demand for something more. This jar is all of the trash that I've made in the past 3 years. Everything inside of here is plastic. So it's things that can't be recycled with the current recycling infrastructure that we have in New York City. So I have things in here like old credit cards and tags from the inside of clothing, like washing labels.
The zero waste message is spread via social media, which enables people to learn very quickly how to adopt the key principles.
I really like the way that zero wasters are still very stylish, and they want their philosophy to fit in with the things that we can do, like coffee on the go or drinks in bars with friends. Zero waste says that millennials are very mindful of what they're putting out into the planet and what they're putting into their bodies and leaving a legacy.
The movement is transatlantic, starting in the homes of individuals like Lauren in Brooklyn, New York, and scaling up to businesses like Silo in Brighton, England.
This is a blueprint, a whole bunch of connected ideas under one roof. We looked at the system, we've approached it from the back to front with a bin in mind, or the lack of a bin, and we found solutions, ways in which the system can change, and it's bloody hard. It's like swimming upstream, it's never easy, but even the smallest details we're finding a solution to. Some of the key features in which we can follow the zero waste regime is our compost machine. So in 24 hours we create compost from 60 kilos or up to. Another example is electrolyzed oxidized water system that we call Jesus water. Basically it's a way in which tap water goes through reverse osmosis and then is electrolyzed. What that does is create water that's more hygienic than hand soap, and we can clean this whole restaurant. Zero waste, no chemicals, no packaging. These are espresso mushrooms, which is Mushrooms grown from espresso coffee, waste. It doesn't taste of coffee, but another example of an amazing way to turn something completely useless into something completely useful. Ecologically, the planet is suffocated because of the industrialized food system. Demands things which are not naturally possible, and that's not what we want.
It's like more economical, it's good for you, it's good for the planet.
We need to learn more about it, and I guess that's what they're trying to get across in their social media, is trying to teach people about it. Tell our friends.
#0waste.
Social media is a key part of creating the awareness that we have set about doing, which is, we want the mass to understand the principle of zero waste and to adopt certain techniques and ideas into their daily lives. The access of information via social media and the internet is a huge change in our evolution. People are empowered, people are challenging the status quo because of this information.
I think social media can be really important for inspiring change because it can get an idea out to a large majority of people really quickly.
If you just go onto Instagram, all the images are super cool, stylish, modern pictures, which is very desirable looking.
I hope to provide easy, everyday, solutions to things that would be wasteful. So if that inspires people to, reduce their impact and try to live more sustainably, I think that's the coolest thing in the entire world.